the fight. You know, we have different moments in our life where there's tension and really within us we have to make a decision. Who's going to win today? Wow. Anybody ever been in that place before? Where you've had to make that decision and say, it's either him or it's me. And I'm just determined I'm going to win. See, society has told us and actually has directed our fighting. I'll say that one more time. Society has become the director of our fight. They've determined what's important. They determine what's valuable. They determine what you fight for and even how you fight. We use tools like manipulation. We use things like our mouth to speak forth certain things in fighting, and there's certain ways we fight. But I want to challenge you this morning to understand that there is a godly way to fight. I'll say that again. There's a godly way to fight. As we look at this passage here in Galatians chapter 5, it's very unique because Paul the apostle is writing the church in Galatia, and he's dealing with a certain situation that has become very problematic. There's something happening in the church where people are biting at each other and devouring each other, and it's beginning to affect the entire culture of the church. The church is ceasing to be the church because there's all these things happening that are contaminating the true reality of how the church is supposed to function. So Paul feels like it's very important to deal with these things that have just gradually crept into the church and begin to defile, begin to destroy and to create a new structure of functioning which is ungodly. So he uses these three words that I want us to take a look at. Let's take a look at the text this morning. First of all, he uses a word bite. Now, I just want to jump in real quickly to the Greek understanding. I'm not going to go too deep here, but I want us to get an incredible revelation of really what Paul is trying to tell us. He says this, but if you bite and devour. Now, I want to talk about those two words just real quickly. Number one, bite means this, to bite with teeth. This is the original context. To bite with teeth, to wound the soul, cut, lacerate. This is what's interesting. This specific word gives connotations of a physical action intended to wound the soul of another. Wow. This word bite gives a connotation of a physical action intended to wound the soul of another. We don't realize the power, and I think a lot of us forget the power of our words, the power of shaming someone, the power of ignoring people. To give someone the cold shoulder. See, there's things that we do that we don't realize impact and affect people the way it does. We think, well, I'm just going to ignore that person because they're irritating me. But little do we know is we're actually doing a physical act that affects their soul. We don't understand that when you curse your kid out, it's a physical act that is wounding their soul. We don't understand that when we shame someone publicly, it's a physical act that is wounding their soul. It becomes something that begins to destroy the constructs of their life. We don't understand this, and I think too often one of the problems within the household, one of the problems within the church is we don't understand the power of our actions and the power of our words.